We're talking about Jump and Pass, right? They recently
Jump and pass it.
they signed a deal with Justrite, which means um, they are self. Okay, let me recap. Jump and Pass is a self checkout startup, and it has signed a deal with Justrite to get that service, that self checkout service at all Justrite branches in all Justrite stores in Nigeria.
Oh.
All I think Justrite stores are now about 26. They are mostly in
Wow.
southwest Nigeria.
I thought they
So-
had more than
No.
that.
They actually just opened a few more. That's why they now have about 26 or 27.
Interesting.
So it's a self checkout service, which means that once you enter a Justrite store,
You check out
Um,
yourself.
check out by yourself. You don't have to stand at the what's it called? Stand at the checkout points, queuing, and waiting for
Teller
someone
attend to you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
first thing is, I think we need to explain how exactly does it work for people that don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
Who wants to take that?
Yeah. You enter a store,
Okay.
pick an item, you scan. This is not the first. This is not the first startup that is doing
You
this
have
in
not
Nigeria.
finished.
Yeah, but then I'm just saying, because you enter a
He's
store.
jumping and pass.
You jump and pass the person.
Exactly. So
Alright.
you enter a store.
Okay.
You scan. So all items have QR code. You
Yes.
scan using the app. You scan, and then
You get the price.
scan every, get the price, the number of items you are buying. You scan everything. Once you are done, you make payments.
Okay.
And on your way out, someone now confirms what you've will pay. At least that's
And that's where the problem lies
how
for
does-
many people. All right. So people are saying, okay, I walk into a store, I scan. So
Yeah,
you actually
you
first
pick an item.
scan the store barcode so that the app knows which store you are
You
in.
sure you are in? Oh, okay.
So because they've integrated inventories with Jump and Pass, so you scan everything that you've bought, all your items, and then you pay.
Pay.
Someone now has to check,
Confirm. Yes.
right?
On your way out.
Your way out. So if someone still has to check, people are saying doesn't it defeat the whole purpose of
So the
Nope.
friction you are trying to
Does-
so
it does not defeat it.
Okay.
Let's be serious here. It does not defeat it. So when I go to the Justrite, okay, most Justrite is closest to me. When I go to the Justrite store these days, so I don't do bulk shopping. I should, but I don't. I probably just wake up and walk in. My biggest problem is that I hate queues. I can be very impatient, so I hate queues. It's one reason why I don't use ShopRite. So here's now my problem. I think that by 6 p.m. there should be few people at the store. And then I walk
They
into the
play.
store and
I know you know
there's
what you
like
think they will.
16 people on each queue. So for someone like me who's not buying a lot of things, maybe 6, 7 items, it's like the perfect solution for me. I what do you call it now? I scan my stuff, I pay, I get to the door, you tear the paper, cross check what I'm doing.
Which
All
is-
of that
Which
would
is
take
which is exactly what the founder said. He said it's more for people
who are not buying
So
a lot.
there's
of
actually a
things.
store
So-
that I used recently that had that. So they have they are the guys that check you out.
Mm.
So if you have a lot of items on your cart, you go this way. If you have fewer items, so you
Really?
got so there are people that attend to people with fewer
Yeah, makes sense,
items
actually.
in their cart.
So this
I
can
can't remember the
actually work.
story. So no, this is it. So as I said, it's not the first time that a Nigerian startup is trying to do this. And the question I always ask is, so what's different now that another startup is doing the same thing? So this is it. If you walk to any Justrite or ShopRite or any other bigger stores, so you see that their stores are designed in such a way that it will take a number of checkout stations.
Okay.
But then you get to these places and you discover that of about, say, some might have up to like 10 or more. And so that only about half or even less than half of those stations are manned. So it's just a case of trying to see, let's use technology to solve what you should just have people manning these stations would solve.
Okay, so you're saying it's a problem of hiring more people. So one of the solutions, so one of the perks for those stores, right?
So have
Yeah,
this-
according to the Jump Pass website, is to reduce the amount you spend on
queues.
employees, right? So instead of having 10
pay.
people at the checkouts, Now you can reduce it, and
But you
you don't have
still
to pay
go.
so much.
You still need. Yes, I'm self checking out, but someone still need to confirm what I've bought.
So those people that you can have, instead of having, so my own theory is, instead of having 4 other people at checkout stations,
You now have
you now
whatever
have
they
2,
do.
Mm,
2 at the
people
door.
at the door.
Yeah,
So
also
that
the
still
obvious.
means that you are still going to queue when you get to the door.
So now that we know
Wait,
that,
wait. There's still a problem.
okay,
So
Because
if you're
right
not
now,
completely
in this
eliminating
current
it,
situation, and
yeah,
I think that there are probably a few problems that we should probably look at. I use probably twice. But first is, this is good for people like me. For someone like, who buy like a few items. Someone
Okay.
like Amome, who
Yeah.
buys stuff like once or twice, and then her cart is like, she usually
can't
uses
even-
like 2 or 3 cards.
I'm telling you.
Abi? Yeah, 2 or 3 cards. Like, she
Yeah,
can't
big,
use
yeah,
it.
big.
I'm telling you.
So I don't know what percentage of shoppers at a Justrite or a ShopRite use like
Bulk
like
shop.
me.
Okay,
And then so this is it. So the chance that someone will walk into a Just Right to buy 1 or 2 items is very low, except it's a case of that particular item is not. in
well, we
any
can't
stock list
really
to you.
know.
Yeah,
Maybe this
can-
is
No,
one
no.
of the
So
data
the-
points that this, because one of the things that they will help those stores get is actionable data on how people buy
Yes.
stuff.
So,
So
the way I
maybe
see it
this
is
will
that
help
this
us
is
know.
more like a market entry solution as opposed to your final bus stop. Like, it's not, if you say this is where if you say this is the hill you want to
Okay.
die on, you may be severely mistaken for a lot of reasons. Anybody can spin out fast checkout. We have a few startups that are beginning to build solutions for SMEs, and it really doesn't take them much to replicate your solution. It's not exactly
This is not even the
it's
first.
it's not the first. So it's not novel. The way I see it is that this is a good way to get into get into the segment of the of the market. So you have an Omnibiz, for example, that is doing, I think, financing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They're doing financing. Nothing stops them really from implementing this, and they have loads of data to back
Work
them,
with.
and they like give them 3-4 months. They have the same solution you have. So I think this is a good way to get into the market, but definitely not the place that you want to, or not the hill you want to die on. So yeah, it's a good solution.
Okay.
I should probably go to Justrite and check it out.
Yeah,
but
I think it's still in Bariga. They just right at Bariga for now.
only.
I think two in Lagos.
Oh, so
Okay.
they're just
So
rolling
yeah,
out.
it's-
So really not-
Yes,
well,
they said in a few weeks it will get.
Oh, it's
to get
still,
everywhere.
I'm still
Not
not
sold.
fully sold because of
Try it first.
what. So now this is it. This is but maybe I see the entire Africa. It's a case of you are doing something and you want people to serve you in code. So there's one filling station that launches self-service. So you go to the filling station and you take out your pump. And it turns out people don't use it. You still go there, people will still sit in their car expecting you to expect someone to
So
come.
you
And then they just like change your model and have people station and self-service.
So you're
And then-
saying there's still a culture play here.
sort of. So so yes, you buy 1 or 2 things and you are going out. So someone behind is
Behavioral
buying
play.
4 items, 5 items. These items need to be bagged.
Yeah.
This item needs to be bagged.
I mean, that's one of my struggles every time I have to go to, like, I'm just buying like 5 things, but this man here is buying stuff for his family of 10.
Yeah, so
And I have to wait for him to bag it.
This is why I said earlier about the fact that you go to these stores, they are designed in such a way that there will be enough checkout point. So if you have people stationed at this checkout point,
Then you don't need self checkout.
It's really going to reduce the bottleneck, and you have.
But that's more money
I told
to
you
be
that
spending.
I went to this self checkout. You are supposed to spending money.
They're not spending anything.
You are.
They are not.
Bolu,
Is it? Are you
Bolu,
doing? Is it?
people are still going to be queuing at the self-checkouts.
Gate Foundation.
Huh?
people are still going to be queuing at the self
Is Jump
checkout.
and Pass not making money from
Yes.
this?
Wait,
Yes, but
So who are they making money
implementing
from?
it,
Bolu,
No, implementing
no-
it
it's
is
no cost
nothing,
to the
but
store.
It's still.
it's
you
not
know,
costing to the store, but the
Yeah.
store needs to have people stationed at where you are checking out after
we
self
already have
checkout.
employees that can do that.
So why don't you apportion these employees?
So I get what you guys are saying. Like,
No,
are
you're just
you
trying to
exactly
solve-
solving a huge pain point? Here's the thing. I think you talked about people abandoning carts because of the queue. I don't think that's the problem in Nigeria. There are very few people that you've finished buying, you got on the queue,
And you see
and
that
you
it's a very
dropped
long queue,
you
and
dropped
just
what
say
you were
you're
buying
not
and walked
doing
out. Very few people would do that because you already came there for a purpose. It's different if it's online shopping, where let's say I try to pay, it doesn't go through, and
just
then
move
I'm
on
like,
with
you
your
know what,
life.
All right,
I might as well have not done it. So
it's
in
it's-
this
it's
case,
still
there's still a lot you would have to walk around. Of course, it's good that you've gotten one person who is willing to test out the solution, but you still need that user adoption.
Yeah, they have
So-
other stores that they'll be announcing soon.
Mm,
So yeah, I think
okay.
I mean, judging by that, maybe stores are kind of because
So this
it's not as
is
if they're
this,
spending
this
money,
solution
they
is not for
can-
the stores.
Yeah, it's for the
It's at the stores, but not for them. It's for me. If I don't like it or if I don't care about it, I might as well do away with it.
okay.
and
And you cannot force me.
the other part is
Now,
fact
do you
that
want to start incentivizing me to use that?
all these big stores, they also have mobile app. Spar
Well,
has a mobile
yeah, some of them
app.
are doing that.
Spar has
Justrite
a
had it,
mobile
but
app.
I
Just
never
start.
used it.
I think Shoprite also has one.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't
you
trust
can
them
just
enough to use
put
that app.
this thing to their own app and then
All
you're
right.
out.
To listen to the full episode of this podcast, visit podcast.techpoint.africa or search for Techpoint Africa Podcast on your favorite podcast platforms.